honey, a much bigger bang than you bargained for.
Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to another Doctor Who video. Today I'm going to be reviewing Doctor Who Season 1, Episode 3, Boom, written by the amazing, wonderful, brilliant, genius Stephen Moffat. Now, this is the first episode that Moffat has actually written for the show since 2017's Twice Upon a Time, which recently he actually slagged off himself in an interview. I always, I never disliked Twice Upon a Time, but I do kind of agree with his own thoughts on the episode. Like, The Doctor Falls and World Enough and Time are so much better. Like, that would have been the perfect place to end his Doctor Who reign. In fact, I'd say those two are my favourite episodes of the show ever, which that's incredibly high praise. So it's safe to say I went into this episode with high expectations, and luckily they were met. While not being the best episode ever, this is an incredibly strong piece of television. We'll start at the beginning of the episode. It's the logical place to start. But yeah, the pre-title sequence was quite nice. I thought, yeah, the set design and costumes and everything, like productions, graphics, everything looks so good. I mean, the Disney money is really helping the new Doctor Who to be properly fit for the streaming age. I watched this episode with my housemates and a couple of people from uni who were sort of casual Doctor Who fans, and yeah, even they, who usually complain about CGI, were going, wow, this is sort of matching the levels of production as Marvel shows, which I think that's impressive to note. Also, the characters and the characterization were really good. But yeah, as I say, the first initial setup of the, I can't remember their names, but like the religious soldiers all sort of going around, the ambulance played by Susan Twist, again, suspicious stuff going on there. But the idea of the Doctor hearing someone cry for help, running to find them, and then stepping on this landmine that basically dooms everything, like, it's a masterclass in tension, and it was a great opening hook. Like, I think the second the Doctor stands on that landmine, till the second, spoilers, he gets freed from the landmine, it's so much tension, constant building of tension. I also thought all the little Moffat references were fun, like we had a reference to Villain Guard, obviously the religious priest people who were in Flesh and Stone. We got a reference to Fish Fingers and Custard at the end as well, and something that's not a reference but incredibly interesting, Verada Sethu. She was in this episode, our new companion. Like, where the hell did that come from? I think that wasn't leaked, no one knew about it, no one had a single clue that was about to happen, and I was sat there going, is that the new companion? No, it's surely not, but lo and behold, it was. By the time the credits rolled around, Verada Sethu was in the episode, and I think she was fantastic. I mean, I don't know whether the character she's playing here is going to be the same as the character she ends up playing when she's playing the companion. I'm really excited to see more of her. Shooty and Millie's dynamic was genuinely, the pair are just fantastic together, even though I am a bit, like, I don't know, I find it a bit strange how in The Devil's Cord it's established that 6 months has passed. I wish we got to see a little bit more of their relationship and chemistry grow, because they have such a strong bond and there clearly is really good chemistry there. It's just weird that we didn't get to see it sort of grow and develop. I also loved Shooty's Doctor in this, partly because I think a lot of the dialogue felt very Peter Capaldi 12th Doctor-esque. Like, Moffat always does those brilliantly poetic lines, like, I think the Doctor says something about, like, everywhere's a beach if you wait long enough. And the whole, like, Ruby, like, his dynamic when he was saying, like, if you step on this landmine, it'll put you in danger, and if we get out of this, I'm going to be very cross with you. It felt very Capaldi and Clara, which is one of my favourite TARDIS teams, so I really liked that element of it. Moffat's writing and dialogue, he's so poetic, it's so brilliant, so Stephen Moffat-y. Obviously, it's a stupid remark because it's a Stephen Moffat written episode, but it was so Stephen Moffat-y in the best way possible. I think as well, it's that age-old Stephen Moffat thing of taking a very sort of simple concept, which can happen in the real world, like a soldier at war stands on a landmine, and then making that into a full 45-minute piece of drama. I mean, the fact that the Doctor doesn't move for about 40 minutes, I think that's got to be a first. Like, that's wild. And the fact that he doesn't move, yet it's kept insanely captivating and genuinely brilliant the entire way through. An incredible achievement for an incredibly written story. I thought the AI priest hologram things and like the whole ambulance, all the deal going on with the ambulances, it's brilliant. It's Stephen Moffat at his peak again, and it feels really current, really relevant. Obviously, there's the sort of political commentary of the war going on and the war profiteering, like the villain guard people profiteering from that war. I thought it's incredibly interesting. Themes of religion were in there as well, and the Doctor being nice to the kid at the end about religion, but then him snapping about religion. I thought, yeah, there's some very interesting topics and points of discussion for people who watch these episodes. And obviously the AI holograms of like the deceased, that's such a modern, it's such a relevant thing now. Like, you can just completely see that happening in the future. I mean, it's sci-fi at its best. Like, it's a genre which takes our real world and puts like a little spacey twist on it. But yeah, you can absolutely see some of the things in this episode, and the war stuff gave me vibes of Oxygen, like the whole capitalism and we're fighting the suits and all of that, which, yeah, that's one of my favourite Doctor Who stories ever. So yeah, really cool premise, really nicely delivered, and especially for what I'd kind of consider like a budget saver episode, because obviously it's basically all in one single crater. It was so captivating. I reckon, I haven't looked at any of the online discourse yet because I've only just sort of finished the episode, but I reckon there's going to be people whining about the power of love ending, and I don't think they should be. I mean, it's Doctor Who fans, so I'm guessing maybe they're not. Maybe people love the ending, but I thought it's a very clever ending, like the AI thing going in, messing it up, deactivating the stuff, and his daughter still saying like, no, he may be dead, but he's still alive within me, and all of that stuff. That was really, really nice. I also thought Ruby's kind of fake out death was done well. I mean, when it initially happened, I did kind of sigh, and there were a couple of us that were like, oh, you can tell Stephen Moffat's back. He's killed the companion immediately. And then obviously Ruby wasn't going to die. But I think, yeah, it worked in a way where you didn't expect it at all. Like, Ruby does just bang, bang, she's on the floor. Oh my god, what's going on? We got that motif of the snow and all the mysteries around Ruby happening again. I'm incredibly intrigued to see where this goes. And also, I'm really invested in the Susan Twist mystery now. Like, she was the face of the ambulance. This, for those of you who can't remember, she's been in Wild Blue Yonder as Miss Meridew. She's someone in the club who asks Ruby to play Gaudete on Christmas Eve in 2023. She is in Space Babies as one of the like Star Trek looking captains. She's in the Devil's Cord as the tea lady, and now she's in this as Ambulance. So yeah, let me know your theories for where Susan Twist's character's actually going to end up going, because yeah, it's an intriguing mystery. But yeah, there's not really too much for me to sort of criticise in this episode. I genuinely just think it's an incredibly solid piece of television. Obviously, it's not perfect. I mean, nothing ever really is, but it was really enjoyable. I don't feel like I wasted 45 minutes of my life at all. I feel like sat there, really enjoyed it. It's not necessarily the most rewatchable episode, but for what's effective, filler episode feels wrong. That feels harsh. Like, I don't like that term. But for what is effectively a filler episode, for lack of a better term, perfect. 10 out of 10. Like, I think it's a better episode to almost give people a vibe of Doctor Who than Space Babies or The Devil's Cord. I think maybe there's a little bit of tonal whiplash if you're going to binge the series of going Space Babies, Devil's Cord, boom. Because, yeah, boom is... It's booming. But yeah, let me know your theories and thoughts in the comments down below. I think I'm going to rank this episode. I'm going to give it a solid 7.5, 8. No, 8. I'm going with 8. I'm going with 8. 8 out of 10. Very enjoyable piece of television. So great to have Stephen Moffat back. I can't wait for the Christmas special, Joy to the World, that he is writing, surprise, surprise, for Christmas. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please do remember, as ever, to like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Go, hit the notification bell. It's down there. Subscribe. Thank you very much. Goodbye.